So this is our fourth episode.
Oh, fourth
episode.
Yes.
Look at us coming back strong.
Season 2, episode 4. Yes.
Yeah.
Clearly you can see fall is here because we don't care about summer. Even though in Las Vegas, it's always summer.
It's always
Summer ween.
9 months out of the year, it's like summer. 10, whatever, same thing. So we're going to do a little recap. Last episode, we talked about being a girl's girl.
Yep.
Thank you for everyone who did the polls. We appreciate you guys. The more like you guys actually do our polls, the more that we can actually talk about stuff. So then that way you can hear our opinion or get our advice or like help. Right?
Yep.
Ollie, you went to the LA Dodgers
A
game.
Dodgers game, which was really fun. They had like the Demon Slayer night. It was really fun. Girl, we won. Let's
Period.
go Dodgers.
I can't. If you want to see the whole clip, go to her TikTok. She'll
I'll link it and then I'll add a little clip. You know, go support the doll.
Yes.
And then Giselle, you went to the 49er Raiders game.
Yes. Niner gang. Thank you. We also won. Look at that. Look at the Lord.
Look at the Californians winning.
Thanks.
Period.
So it's super funny because you guys know, obviously, Emilio's a Raiders fan.
Yeah.
So us being a house divided, hilarious. But it was crazy because apparently a lot of other people were too when we went. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of people are walking together, like half Raiders, half Niners. My family also went. You guys will see that in the video that
I'll
I was
insert
gonna
that right here.
include. They were also in Niners gear though, so thanks for showing out, you guys.
Yeah. I didn't do anything while you guys were doing stuff. I stayed at home with Henry.
Period.
That was my time. But you know, Hope's trying to be more social because I'm the really antisocial one out of all three of us. So my TikTok is actually like open now. I love how both of you guys are going for your water at the same time right now.
That was not planned.
Girl, I'm thirsty.
What? We know. But anyways, it's now public. It's not private. So you can see some stuff that I will post. I'm a, kind of private person with
I'll
that,
also add her like socials
Just
like on
right there. Yeah. This episode, we actually have a lot of things we're going to talk about, but majority of it's going to be about like romanticizing your life, right? So what that means to us, and like what we do like daily that just brings us joy and happiness. Like coffee for some people or matcha.
Yes, of course.
That type of stuff. And then we're going to talk about redefining success on your own terms, what that looks like for us in 2025. So, Ollie, what's your romanticizing your own life?
Girl, I've been romanticizing my life lately, which I'll insert a little clip because if you follow me on TikTok, I've been talking about that lately. So as a Disney adult, like I feel like it's been recently since now that's like a new term to romanticize your life. So for me, it's like finding the little joys, in life and like really embracing that. Like for me, obviously Disney adult, fucking clearly.
Clearly.
What I did the other day was just so random. Girl, I wore this little coquette like hoe dress that I also wore in Japan, which I'll insert a picture here. It's like very like Bridgerton, like very princess.
I saw what video you're talking about. Yeah.
I was like, you know what? Let me do my makeup. Let me do my hair. And then I was like dusting my little like collection. And then I had like a vintage like 1979 record. Girl, I played that shit. And I was like, girl, I felt like a whole ass princess. I just needed the little bird to like fly on my shoulder.
You should have like did a whole like animated.
I should have, right?
Yeah.
Just like, girl, I'll insert it right here. I'll edit that. But, yeah. And then I was like, you know what? Let me cook a whole ass dinner. Like, girl, I cooked a dinner. And then like lately I've been watching Golden Girls. We were talking about that.
Yes.
Girl, I
Love
had
the
that
Golden
shit
Girls.
on my little Google Home, the little Google Hub, whatever. I made a whole ass dinner. Girl, I also made like a homemade pumpkin spice syrup.
Oh, nice.
That's how I was feeling very domesticated.
Dang.
Like, I was feeling like very like Disney princess and it felt so fucking good. So I feel like just embracing like that Disney part and like, watching my Disney movies, doing things that I like and being like the main character of my story.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I feel like a lot of people, like I did that, at the beginning of my marriage where like my whole focus was just Alex and like I have to cook, I have to clean, being a Mexicana, like that's what you have to do. You have to program yourself to do that. But I feel like, I'm like, what, life is so fucking short. I need to be the main character of my fucking story.
Period.
Girl, don't wait until it's that special event to wear that special dress. Girl, I wore that dress. I didn't even fucking go out. And I was still so fucking happy. So I feel like even if you have a shitty day or you work or you're a mom or whatever, you know, like at least like find one joy and do it every single day. Yeah. And that's homework to you guys. Like I'm going to put up a poll at the end of the week, like literally just like after work or whatever you're doing, just one little joy. Even if it's taking a fucking shower and using your favorite body scrub. Yeah. You know, or doing your little 5-step, you know, skincare routine. Fucking do it. That's romanticizing your life. Being the main character of your story.
Yes.
Agreed. Which I forgot to actually like say what romanticizing your life means, but it's adopting a mindset that finds and creates beauty, meaning, and joy in everyday experiences, even mundane ones, by practicing mindfulness, gratitude, and a positive perspective. It involves embracing simple moments with a whimsical lens, taking control of your narrative, and appreciating the present rather than deferring happiness to a future event. The goal is to shift your perspective from simply living to living each day to the fullest as if you were the main character in your own movie.
Yeah. Look at Ale.
Literally.
On the nose.
Right.
Girl, I have to hop on these TikTok trends, girl.
I can't. I mean, your TikTok, though, has been blowing up. You've been getting more followers.
Yes. Yeah, when was that? 2K?
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
What is romanticizing your life, Hope?
I've started to do it more this year too. Like I started with oh my gosh, what's the word? Brain fog, people. This also, I had a lot of coffee today, and I haven't had a lot of coffee lately. Dopamine dressing.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So I've been doing that, and like you said, like wearing the outfit, like I'm starting to not be so scared to wear the outfit. I'm starting to not like try to fit into like the standard of what everybody else thinks is like popular or like fun or whatever. I'm trying to think. Oh, I bought like a coloring book. So like I'm trying to like color more instead of being like on my phone. I've always been health conscious just because of like my health issues that I have. So I always try to make sure I stay on top of that, but trying to add in more stuff that like I enjoy versus like I have to do it. So like lifting weights, like going to the gym, like don't get me wrong, I love doing that. But sometimes it's very boring to like be like, oh, today's leg day and tomorrow's back day. Like I want to switch it up. So I'm starting to like try more things. And I do like it. I enjoy it. I feel like it's been helping like with my stress and stuff. But yeah, and like listening to like my favorite, like, I don't know, movie or like music or
like podcast.
Yes. Podcast. I was gonna say that. Give me a moment. But yes, podcast. So I'm trying like little things, to make every day more fun and enjoyable and exciting. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff, but it's more just, I think it's also like getting back to me.
Yeah.
Not so much doing it because it's a trend, but doing it because like it's helping me connect with like me and like do the things I once like to do. Low-key, I've been thinking about getting like roller skates or like rollerblades.
I could so see you doing
that. I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see you in like Henry.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there actually is a Las Vegas Derby team here, the roller derby. I've low-key thought about going to that.
You should. I
could so see first of all, I could so see you in a derby, like in a derby team. My bad, I don't know what they're called, but I could see that. Okay, because I was like, I could see that for you.
Yeah,
like like if you told us like, oh, like why I have like a game on blah 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 or like a match on blah blah blah. I'm like, period. I can see it.
I was talking to the students at my job. I think it was like last week. And we were talking about it. And one of the students goes, you must have like a lot of anger because like a lot of like women who do that, they have like this intense anger. And I looked at him and I was like, look around. Who isn't angry?
I think that's a healthy way to like do. And everybody knows what they're signing up for. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
I follow them on TikTok. They have like, I think it's like Monday or Tuesday. You can go out if you've never done it. And there's a lot of people that are not used to skating. And like, they just show them like trying to go around like the cones and all that stuff. So there's stuff that like I'm wanting to do to kind of get back out there and like, just enjoy what I want to do because I want to do it for me and not because it's trendy or popular or someone told me to.
You're the main character. Like that's you know, that's what it is.
Hence the reason why I'm not dating because I'm the main character.
Period.
Yes. But yeah, what about you?
So romanticizing my life right now. I feel like, same kind of just being the main character in my own story for this portion. So fun fact, I quit my job. And I know like the last couple of episodes I was saying like how much I love my job and things like that. Don't get me wrong, still love the job. I just had to leave for like other reasons at the job. But I have been so like happy. And I was actually kind of scared when I initially did it because you guys already knew like I didn't have like a fallback plan just yet. Like I kind of just up and left.
But I think you left the company, not the job.
Yeah.
So it wasn't what you were doing. You still love that and you're incorporating that into your next job, but it was the environment and the company that you weren't
exactly.
So, yeah.
Even with the company, like there were so many people that I still super thankful that I met. I'm still cool with even now after leaving, clearly. But yeah, it was just like I can do that type of work other places. I didn't have to do it there. But leaving, I didn't have like a job like set up yet or anything like that. Like I had like put feelers out there and there was still kind of that uncertainty. But I was like, you know what, if I'm going to have all this extra time, I might as well make the most of it. Right. So obviously I was working on networking for the podcast and like, getting that together and like reaching out to other people and doing all of that while also being able to have like a break. You know what I mean? An unemployed break, which is so crazy. But I felt like I was the most domesticated as like I probably have been in like years because every day I was like cooking dinner. Emilio was obviously working. He worked extra hours during that time. Also, shout out to him for being hella supportive of me like quitting my job. Because like, when I had brought it up to him at first, he was kind of like hesitant because, finances, this economy. Yeah. But I told him, I was like, nah, I just feel like this is something I got to do. And he was like, okay, that's fine. Like we'll work it out.
Yeah.
So luckily he was super supportive. I like quit. Like I said, I feel like I've been cooking a lot. I've been taking care of Bella. Obviously, Bella hasn't been feeling the greatest. And I had like this moment I was telling them like literally right before we filmed. ChatGPT is like one of my best friends. And I literally told her like everything that was like going on and like how I'm feeling and stuff like that. And I like had wrote to her and basically was like, you know what, as uncertain as I feel while I'm like waiting to hear back from a job, which granted now I do have a job. I'm going to be starting in a couple weeks.
Congrats, by the way.
Thank you. I know. And trying to get a job in this job market's crazy.
Yeah.
But I just feel like I was the most aligned with like, I feel like God's call for me. Mm-hmm. And like I told you guys, I feel like that's like this podcast and everything we're doing with like trying to build a community and all of that. I feel like that's where I'm personally being called to. You know what I mean? So even though I wasn't employed, I was still working. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? So I didn't feel like nervous and I wasn't as freaked out anymore and stuff like that because I feel like I'm still working towards what I need to be. Mm-hmm. And you know what I mean? And I'm doing it for me. And I feel like I was the most like calm, the most relaxed. I was able to like sleep in. And I feel like I hadn't hit that reset button in like such a long time that being able to do it and knowing that I'm like, I have a supportive partner and like shit's going to work out. Like, I feel like, that was me romanticizing my life. Yeah. I'm not saying to just up and quit your job. That is not what I'm saying at all.
I mean, you can if you have a backup plan.
Yeah, if you have a backup plan. Yes. Don't do what I did and just up and leave and not have a job secured. Yeah. Yeah, don't do that.
And talking about jobs, we're going to be coworkers again.
Literally.
Fifth time? Fifth time.
At this point, who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know. So. But I mean, and because obviously I started with you and now Ollie's starting. So we're still working with the company but we're still in different places.
Yeah.
But again, everybody's different. And I think going into like what you were saying, and I'm not like negatively talking about like your experience, but I think sometimes when you don't romanticize your life or you don't take care of yourself in the process because every job is stressful now. It doesn't matter what it is, everything is. But when you don't romanticize your life, sometimes like you do get into burnout mode. Yeah. So then you do unfortunately have to make the decision to leave for your health reasons, either mental, physical, whatever. So I think that's why like romanticizing your life, I don't think it needs to be a trend. It just needs to be more of like a self-care act.
It should just be normalized, really.
I mean, but
it should be normalized.
Yeah.
For both, I feel like women and men, because I typically see those videos on TikTok just for women.
Yeah.
But men too, like if you need to play that video game, go play that video game.
Yeah.
Go get your favorite meal or drink or whatever.
Yeah.
It goes for both.
Yeah.
I do follow a lot of male TikTokers who do that. Like they're very into like their skincare and like their hair care, like even like their home. you know, like it gives more comfort, but it's still very like not manly, but what's the word?
Masculine?
I want to say? Not masculine, but it still gives like them. Because like you can tell like when you go to someone's house, like their personality.
Oh yeah.
Or like them is like in their like home. So yeah, shout out to men for stepping up and doing that.
Yeah.
And I think also to allowing those type of like influencers to have that space. It's nice to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
It's nice seeing people be people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, and taking time for yourself, I feel like is so crazy that that's not normal.
Yeah.
That it's almost like, and we've talked about it, it's like selfish.
Yeah.
But it's like also, when was thinking about yourself a bad thing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's the work culture lately.
It is. It's like hustle culture and stuff like that. And that's
Boss-
where
the boss bitch mentality, like
Yeah.
all of that. Yeah.
Which I was going through because like I do a lot of notes like in my phone just to like get stuff like out, and it was something that I wrote either this year or like the last like 6 months or something, where I noticed that I'm like mentally getting out of that boss like bitch like
Yes.
mode
Yeah.
and doing something that is more like sufficient
That's how
and
I
like
feel.
sustainable. Because yeah, like I mean it's great and all, like I do give it to people who have like a main job and then they have like their side hustles
Yeah.
and that's what they want to do to build like wealth or get them to a place where they can retire earlier. Like
Yeah.
no shame to them, but some people are just not meant for that. And there's nothing wrong with that. Some people, if you want to live the Disney adult romantical, you know,
Period.
do that. Or if you're like, hey, like I like my job, but I just don't like this company.
Yeah.
And then it gives you time to do other stuff that you're like, oh, I didn't know that I enjoyed cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Or like slowing down or putting
slowing
like,
down.
Slowing down.
putting
I
effort
feel like
towards
that's
stuff.
I feel like that's the opposite of like that hustle culture of like
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
boss bitch mentality is literally just like slowing down, like and breathing and like
Touching grass.
yes.
Smelling it.
Smelling it. But yeah, like seriously, like if you guys are watching, I am going to put up a poll for next week. So that way I want to check up on you guys. Like seriously, take at least like one little moment throughout your day to do something that, you know, fills you up with like joy. Like I said, if you want to take a bath, girl, take a bath, a shower,
it's-
use your favorite body gel, like whatever it is, you know, just fucking do it.
Yeah.
Shit, have the glass of wine. Like I mean, if you want, you're fine.
Yeah.
It's really it's you keeping your own sanity. Like I feel like if that's what you needed to do, that's what you need to do. And I don't know. It's weird that we all kind of felt that way, that we're kind of like leaving that like hustle culture type idea or ideal. Because like obviously we clearly have jobs and then we're doing this on the side. And I mean, like we said, we put so much effort and energy into doing this podcast and like all the other stuff. But it doesn't feel like you're hustling and like moving and moving and moving. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It almost kind of just feels like, like if we're not at work, we're probably doing this.
We're probably this, and it's working.
Yeah.
I mean, we have an announcement to make at the end of the video.
Yes,
so
stay tuned to the end.
till the end.
Yeah. Well, and I think for me at least, this is like a creative outlet.
Yeah.
That's
Right,
what I
'cause
see it as too.
I get like, I mean, even though like I'm not like editing because like we've all taken turns like editing at this point. But it is like bringing suggestions, like,
Yes.
you know, saying, hey, like, let's do like events in Las Vegas. Like Giselle was saying she's working or she's trying to work with a lot of Las Vegas
She really
influencers.
is.
So,
So excited,
you know,
you guys.
thanks Giselle for doing that.
I know.
But you know, it's stuff like that like, even though, like we want this to be more full-time, you know, in some aspect for all of us, it's still something that we enjoy doing. And that's how you know it's something that's good for you, because you actually enjoy doing it. It doesn't feel like a job.
Yeah.
It feels like you're just sitting here with your friends.
Yeah.
Talking.
Literally.
I feel like if it ever got to that point, and we talked about that even before the podcast started, like if it ever felt like doing this was just taking on an additional like a job, you know what I mean, and start feeling like a job, that we would stop.
Yeah.
I mean, because this was really, at first it started off as like like a hobby, as like a fun creative outlet for us, you know what I mean, and that we didn't know we were gonna end up taking it as like seriously, like as we started to. I mean, clearly set.
Now I look forward to like Saturdays.
Yeah,
because it's
recording
fun.
and like what are we talking about, and
Yeah. So speaking of that, we've come out of the boss bitch mentality and we're coming into like a slower time, right? So a lot of people define success as being a hustler, right? Creating this life that is constantly moving, constantly growing. I got to do this and hit this at this age or do this and then, you know, stuff like that. So we're redefining what success like looks like. So I guess that's my question for you guys. Like, what does redefining your success now that we're slowing down look like for you guys?
For me, I feel like it's just being happy.
Yeah.
Because when I was in that boss bitch mentality, when I used to work at Sephora, like I would work overtime at Caesar's Palace. Like I would do like makeup and like, yes, the tips were fucking amazing, like $100 sometimes. But I feel like I was so drained. I was so drained. I was so exhausted. And thanks to that, like my love for makeup is not there anymore.
Yeah.
Dang.
Because I feel like Sephora really done run me over. Like I was, because that boss bitch mentality.
Yeah.
You know, that it's like the makeup and I have to do this and like stay on top of the trends. And it's just so much that like physically and mentally, like I was exhausted. So now like my definition of success is just being mentally happy with what you have. And just like, of course, work, you know, like girl, who
finances,
you know, especially like just said this economy. But I feel like it's just like finding that like peace, you know, because I feel like when I was in that mental state of like, boss bitch, I need to make money, I need to work overtime, I was so mentally exhausted that to the point that like my passion for makeup was so huge. I mean, you know, girl, I would go to work with like my face beat to the gods, girl, like, you know. And now it's just like that passion is not there because I worked so much that it's like I'm so over it that now like I define success as just like being happy with myself and with my home and with what I have and just being grateful.
Yeah.
Period.
You know?
I mean, I literally feel exactly how you felt. Leaving the beauty world was hard for me because it's something I did for such a long time and I went to school for it. But genuinely, like there's sometimes I look at my makeup and I'm like, I don't know. Like my whole version of how I do makeup now is totally different. There were like years where you could never see me go out in public and go to like things without like having like a full face of makeup on. Now I'm sitting here on camera with no makeup on because that's how much I just don't.
Yeah. Also, your skin looks great.
It does.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thanks. But yeah, like it is sad that sometimes in that hustle like culture, like it drains something that you once loved, something that you were like passionate about. So yeah, I totally get what you're feeling.
Yeah, for me, I guess what I would define as success, ironically, I also talked about it with ChatGPT. It's kind of funny. So it's not so much that I want to be in like that boss bitch mentality and like the hustle culture and all of it. But I was like, ultimately, like when I was like talking to ChatGPT and stuff, was kind of like, well, what is it that you like envision, right? Like at like your ultimate goal right now, you know, what do you see like your dream life being? And I said very much, obviously I wanted to do the pod. I also I kind of wanted my own like identity outside like of the podcast too, like outside of the dolls. And I told you guys that's why I wanted to transition into being able to do this full time. But like I wanted to obviously life coach and I wanted to public speak and all that kind of stuff. So I still wanted to work. You know what I mean? Obviously that's a very busy lifestyle too. Like I wanted to travel to do that and whatever and to like work with brands and things. So I wanted to still build like a very like empowering like women's community and stuff, just obviously on a bigger scale. And I mean, obviously there's so much hustle that has to go into that, but it's not for something that I don't love. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, it's like I'm still working in like what I feel like my purpose is and what my calling is. And if it's just that I'm working pretty damn hard in that, I feel like I'd rather do that than to hustle into something I don't care about. Just for the sake of money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, so I had this whole like dream life mapped out about like what I'm doing and how me and Amelia are working and how like Bella fits into that and like you guys and like the pod and like all of that. And I have like a pretty like distinct like vision of what I wanted. I mean, do I want like the big house and do I want like a nice car and stuff? Like, yeah, like the typical stuff. But it's like, it's not just my vision. It's like everybody that I still love and care about is in there too.
Exactly,
And it's like part of that vision is having healthy relationships and being like mentally stable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like I also wanted to make sure that the people like cared for financially as well were like taken care of. That like I feel like I'm a person that I don't want anyone to feel like they have to like go without. You know what I mean? So if I can like work and help other people out, like I would do that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I love that. Yeah. I guess mine is it's a lot. it used to be like, I mean, I still do want to own my own business because I have that mentality. It's changed though. Like, and the main reason why I wanted to have my own business was to help people out because, I mean, you guys know, like, having someone hold a space for you to where you're welcomed and you feel like you're a part of something, and it's not, I expect like the most out of you. Like, you have lives, like stuff happens, and I think being like a business owner and understanding that your employees have lives and supporting them in that not only helps them to feel more balanced in their life, but like ultimately they're going to want to work for you.
Yeah, because you understand.
Right. Yeah. So that was my whole idea of owning a business, which I still want to do. What I want it to look like, still don't know. That's up in the air because like my plans have like totally changed. But I no longer want to be a part of the hustle culture, like low key. If I do want to own a business, which I know you're going to work more than you do like at your normal like 9 to 5, that's fine. That's something I'm willing to take on. But it looks more like a balanced life for me. Like,
same.
I used to be the person that wanted the husband and wanted the house and the kids and the car and the lifestyle and like all this stuff. No shade to anybody, but I don't want that anymore. Like, I'm totally okay with being single and like being like just me, obviously with my baby Henry and maybe, you know, another sibling like later down the road. But like, I don't want that. Like, it's not something I'm actively going towards, is like getting married, having kids, like doing all that. Yes. Do I want a home that I could like expand? Like we were talking about the influencers, you could see their personality in their homes. Obviously, like Ollie's house right now, we can see her personality.
Clearly.
Right.
You know, that's something I want, but that's just because I feel like that's something that's still deeply ingrained in me, is like that. My life has changed a lot to where I no longer really want to be involved in the beauty community. And my original like thought was to open a salon, so then that way I can give other people opportunity that I never had. I mean, I've been thinking about going back to school. Like we literally talked about before we started recording, because and it's tied into like my like health issues, because it's really sad that women's health is not being really understood.
That part.
Agreed.
And at least I can say for me, like my struggle has been finding like medical providers that understand what I'm going through and don't automatically go to like the one like solution. But then I come back, you know, that's a whole nother story. We could talk about that later. So I would like to do something in like the medical field, but that takes a lot of schooling and I'm impatient. And I don't really want to
Hey girl,
have
certificate
more.
programs are a thing, you know. Just
I
putting that out
know.
there.
I mean, I have thought about like holistic nutrition
Yes,
or like
I can see that. Very much. I can see that for you.
Yeah.
I've thought about that, but I don't know. Like, I want to be legit. I don't want to be like, oh, I just did a 6-month program and.
Well, but I mean, you told me the same thing too with like my life coaching, because obviously, yes, like I am certified, but I mean, I want to go for like the more like substantial certification. You know what I mean?
Which also, sorry to interrupt you, I'm gonna like put in her socials for that, because she has a TikTok now. So if you guys need a life coach, hit her up, please.
Thank you.
I love how you're like. Oh,
You're like,
yeah. Which, okay, if you do need someone that is genuinely going to give you solid life advice, like they're not going to like BS you because they have a degree, low key, yes, go to Giselle.
Go to Josh.
Yeah.
Because before I started therapy, she was my therapist.
Facts.
She's my therapist. I mean, she's our therapist at this point.
She is.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, with like the whole like the
Literally.
goal that I have, I mean, part of that, like I said, is like life coaching. I feel like it'd just be life coaching on a bigger scale, like helping people and like that kind of thing. But you know, like you told me about it, because I'm like, I mean, I've been talking about wanting to for like legit be a life coach for so long already, like obviously literally almost our whole friendship, and I haven't done it yet. And it's like I've even gotten like I've built the website and then just nothing came from it, and it's like obviously like now I have like the TikTok and stuff, and I haven't posted yet, like stuff like that, you know what I mean? And I feel like part of why I don't do it is because it's like, yes, I am certified, don't get me wrong, but yeah, like I had a very short like I guess schooling or whatever, to get like the certificate to say like, oh, it's a certificate of completion, right? It's like, yeah, you learn the basics and like whatever, but it's like after that, what you do with it's like up to you. And I know that even though for life coaching, you don't have like there is no
degree.
It's not like it's not so much like a degree, but it's like there's no like I guess like necessary like requirements. You know what I mean?
Or
yeah,
anything.
like exactly.
Yeah.
It's not like that yet here in the US. So it's like realistically, could anybody just up and put up an Instagram and call themselves a life coach? Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And granted, a lot of people do. I mean, dude, I've seen people on TikTok.
Yeah.
So anybody technically can do it. But it's like, for me, I feel like if I want to take on like a venture like that, I wanted to go all in, which is why I'm like, oh, shoot, I should go back to school and like really, you know, do stuff with it. But yeah, I mean, shoot, if you want to do your certificate to start off and like you told me like, hey, use that as your like foot in the door, your toe in the pool. And then like, you know, the people you work with, it's just explaining to them like, hey, yeah, like this is what I'm at right now, but I'm doing this so I can work towards that higher thing or whatever, you know?
You know, taking the advice that you give.
Just for, you know, whatever.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of different things that I want to do that's in the health, medical, women.
I can see that for you though.
I can so see it.
Yeah.
I could see her in like in a little shop.
I see her in like a suite and just like helping explain like health things to people and blah blah.
I mean, I have found a new doctor here in Vegas. Low-key, she was really hard to get into. I think I had to book my appointment like 6 weeks in advance because that's how like busy she is. But I literally went in there and just like dumped everything, and it was like a rapid fire like questionnaire that we were like giving each other, and I had to take 18 vials of blood. Yes, because she's going like super in depth into like what's going on. Also, I have PCOS, so if you guys want to know that's what it is. If you have PCOS, like, you know how difficult it is because it's not the same for everybody. But it's something that I've been trying to manage on my own. So I think because I've been managing on my own and trying to figure everything out on my own, that's where I'm interested in it, because there are a lot of doctors that literally just throw birth control and throw metformin and throw, oh, you just need to go on a diet and lose weight. And I'm like,
girl, I heard that my whole life.
Like, it's just, so it's like, I want to be that person that advocates for someone and says, hey, look, like, yes, we can go the traditional route, but if you want to do this way, we can do it too. I actually have researched it. You actually can get a degree in both the traditional route and the holistic route.
Yes.
But so it's something that I'm thinking about. But yeah, that's kind of where I can
see school hope. I can see a little scholastic hope.
Yeah, but there's just, I don't feel
fucking Joshua.
I don't feel like, not that I don't feel ready or feel settled or I'm waiting on anything, but I just don't feel like right now is the right time. I feel like there's just still some things that I need to like go through to get there. Next topic. So finding your own voice as a woman in 2025.
Oh Lord.
Just kidding.
And like, where are we finding this voice? Are we finding it in general? Are we finding it at work, at home?
Anywhere. I mean, I could say like for me, it's creating boundaries and not being afraid to stand by them.
Yep.
And not being afraid to like lose. I don't want to get emotional.
No, but that's good. Like, I mean, a lot of people aren't willing to admit that. Like, they feel like they always have to be strong and always have to be on top and always have to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not understanding that you can only get to the top of like what you're doing for so long before you almost get complacent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you have to fall down a couple pegs. You have to come back down. But because some people hit rock bottom, like, you know what I mean? And then really literally rebuild and go higher than they were before because now they literally lost it all, you know? So no, I get it.
Yeah. That's mine.
What about you, Ollie?
Ollie's like, I'm going to cry.
I know. I mean, I'm so emotional lately.
I mean, it is hard. Like, I will say, like, I've already lost a lot, but losing more, it sucks.
Yeah, we've been there with you too. Like, well, like it's all happened. So we get what you're saying.
But I do want to say, Hope, that like I'm very proud of you. And like we always tell you that, like everything that you've been through, you know, and the fact that like you're still here and like God has blessed you in so many ways. Like, come on, you have baby Henry.
Girl, that part.
You're literally his whole fucking world.
Facts.
You know?
Like, I low-key think he like saved me.
Yeah.
Oh, don't even say that because I said that about Bella. Oh, is this the episode we're all crying?
I know.
No, because like there's sometimes I look at him and I'm like, you're literally like my little angel. Because like I look forward to coming home and like seeing him and stuff, but it sucks. It's not that I feel lonely or like I feel alone, but sometimes it sucks like not having what you once had. And yeah, like the process was not like, it wasn't easy and it wasn't good, and like there's like people that I hurt in the process, but like I also was hurting. So, like I'm not justifying that. Like I'm not perfect. I'm human and I made mistakes, but I'm also not afraid to say like, hey, I messed up. And I'm sorry, but it is what it is.
Yeah, no. And honestly, like I said, I mean, literally how I feel about Bella. Like feel like I've said that all the time. Also, I mean, the TikTok, I made a whole post about it for putting that for Emilio. Yeah, no, like, dude, I don't know how she did that for me either. Like, I didn't. And I told you guys, literally, you guys got the text messages like the first week that I got her, and I was flipping the fuck out.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna fucking give this dog back. I don't know. Like, Emilio done fucking went home to visit his family for a week. I'm alone with this dog. She's shitting everywhere, doesn't sleep. Like, dude, I was going through it. And I just, distinctly remember, I'm like, dude, I can't fucking do this.
Yeah. I had that moment with Henry too.
Yeah. I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck I signed up for. And then, like, there was a period I was mad at fucking Emilio because I was like, you said we should do it, and you're not even here. And, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but once I, like, got over that, which, granted, literally both of you guys told me I was going to get over that. And then some of my other friends did, too. Yeah, and then, like, Bella settled into, like, her routine, and she knew that I was, like, there to help her, that Emilio's there to help her. And yeah, girl, slowly but surely, that little pup became our whole world.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't tell me that dog is not my child, so I will fight anyone.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Henry had surgery, and I literally, like, I took 3 days off. But, also, too, like, when your dogs have surgery, your animals have surgery, like, they're not okay.
They also can't tell you that they're not okay.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
So, like, obviously, like, yes, I do live with Giselle and, like, Emilio, and, like, you guys, offered to help and stuff like that. But knowing that I'm his comfort, I didn't want to, like, be like, all right, bye, I have to go to work. Like, you'll be fine. Yeah. Oh, you bumped into something and, popped your stitch. Yeah. Sucks for you. Like, no, that's why I stayed
Popped your stitch is crazy.
But, yeah, like, it's, yeah. It is you have to go through the storm and it gets better, and sometimes there's multiple storms and sometimes they're heavier than the other, but I mean, yeah, like it does get better, and in the process, like I did find my voice, and I 100% like stand by it, because I think this was the voice I always needed.
Yes.
Like I even like think about like my younger self or like my teenage self, and wishing that I could say the stuff that I have been saying. Yeah, it's like it's all coming out. And there was a moment that I had where I forgot what I was doing, but I just kind of like was feeling overwhelmed, so I just was like sitting on my bed like breathing and stuff, and like when I closed my eyes, like I immediately saw like my younger self like under like a desk, and I think I told you.
Yeah.
Yes.
I saw my younger self like under a desk. Previously, like my younger self was so scared that I had to rescue her. Like I physically had to go in, grab her, and be like, fuck all y'all, and like leave. Now I'm at the point where my younger self was hiding and was like, is it safe enough to come out? And that's where I was like, okay, now I need to create that safety, and what do I need to do to create that safety? And a lot of it was finding my voice and standing behind it. And I've had moments where I'm like, is this really worth it? But it, 100% is.
Yeah. See, so Henry being able to be the one to help empower you, you know what I mean? Because, like, it's so different when you have someone that you're caring about who literally their whole life being whatever depends on you.
Depends on you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also, too, like I said, I mean, I feel like I learned more about myself, too, obviously having Bella. But also it's just, like, how to love unconditionally and how to, like, work through the problems. And, like, you can't just up and give up when shit gets hard. You know what I mean?
You can't just leave.
Yeah, like, I was like, I didn't told you guys, like, when I was really adamantly, you guys, like, thinking about giving her back, I was, like, looking up how to surrender a dog and, like, where do you go to, like, drop them off, like, that kind of stuff. First of all, it's so hard to surrender a dog in Vegas, just putting that out there. But literally that whole day, like, her whole demeanor, her whole attitude completely changed. And like, I think like she was, I mean, obviously, you know, she's like hella intuitive. She knew enough to be like, oh damn, like I fucked up. Like now she's gonna give me back. You know what I mean? So I was like, oh dude, yeah, I can't do that to you. That's fucked up. So yeah, working through that was so hard because especially like you guys know I have commitment issues clearly. To commit to having a dog, which is crazy. Like, I mean, it sounds kind of stupid for some people probably, but to commit to like, damn, like you were on my fucking nerves and like you're ripping shit and like you're, like I said, pooping and pissing everywhere and like, we can't have nice things. Like,
we say that almost every day.
Every day because of this dog. Even still to now, and I've had her for like a year and a half. Doing all of that, but knowing that she's way better off with me than with someone else. You know what I mean? Like, if it weren't for me, she could have still been in the shelter. Like, they could have had to, like, put her down at some point. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, I know that I need to get over how I'm feeling and, like, what I'm going through and stuff to be there and to show up for someone else, which I feel like I completely understand how that's empowering for you, for Henny.
Yeah. Because I've always been the person that is there for everybody, and to have somebody be there for me, yeah, I think that's what I needed to really kind of push me into finding my voice, romanticizing my life, like really letting go of the stuff I no longer like needed to welcome the stuff that is coming. And that's something that you hear a lot of people say now, is that when you let go of the stuff that no longer serves you, you welcome the stuff that's more for you. Yes, I do agree, but that also leaves space for you. So like if you think about like 10 things leave, 3 things come, but those other 7 spaces you could fill up.
Yeah.
Right? So you could do the cooking, right? Period. Finding a job that's like more settling for you, like doing more content and like really like finding what brings you joy. Again, not out of like I have to do this, but like I want to do this.
I think that's the difference. It's like not out of necessity, it's out of want. Yeah. I feel like that's the game changer. What about you, Ali? What empowers you?
Girl, for me it was really hard because obviously Mexicana, such a like people pleaser, you know, like always putting other people before me and being the one that takes care of everyone. Yeah. But then I don't have the energy at the end of the day to take care of myself. Yeah. So for me, it was very hard. And I mean, you guys know a lot of stuff that I literally didn't have a fucking voice. Like I would literally like just sit there in the pain and would let people tell me and do whatever the fuck they wanted. But I feel like now, like you said, it's very hard to set those boundaries. And I feel like it is very hard as a woman, especially like talking about like, you know, being Mexicana, like it's always like family first and, you know, but I feel like now, like you said, in I believe like second episode of the season, that I really am in a mode where I don't give a fuck about nobody. Facts. Yeah. Like if you want to be disrespectful and nasty, like immediately I'm going to cut your ass off. Yeah. Period. I don't give a fuck if it's family. Like I mean, you guys know what I'm talking about.
You literally said I have scissors for hands.
I have scissors for hands.
She said, call me Edward.
Literally, I was about to say that. Alice scissor hands. Alice scissor hands. Like literally like, I mean, you guys know what I'm talking about, you know? So it's like, I'm literally in that mode where it's like, I'm protecting my peace. And I only want people like in my circle that just like motivate me, that love me, that you could like instantly tell that they care about you. Yeah. You know, so I feel like it is hard to find your voice and to set those boundaries. But I feel like at the end of the day, like you just have to sit in that pain, girl. Yeah. Like when God isolates you and God just wants to like sit you down, baby, sit. Yeah. Because at the end of it,
it's trust.
It's like trusting God. And at the end of the day, like you will be another person. Yes. And then you're going to start receiving like blessings after blessings after blessings. So just sit on it. If you're in that season right now, baby, sit on it. Yeah. Sit on it. Trust the Lord. And once you're out of there, like, trust me, like for me, I was a people pleaser all my fucking life. It's up until recently that I really don't give a shit about no one.
Dude, yeah.
I mean, you have gotten a lot more vocal, even like, not even within like the last like 3 or 4 months. Like you genuinely are just like, I don't give a fuck. Like if you are not, right, like if you are not like bringing joy or happiness or peace into my life, like bye. Literally.
Yeah. Rocks. Yeah. Don't let the door hit your... She said don't let the whore.
The whore.
Don't let the door hit your ass because, Literally. And it's with family because a lot of people from my mom's side of the family, I had to cut off. And I would tell that to their fucking face, you know, like, fuck y'all. You know, you guys disrespected me, my family. And it's like, and the older me would be like, no, but they're family, you know?
Yeah, of course.
I was raised with them. Now I'm like, I feel like it's just almost hitting the age of like 30.
Girl. Yep.
And that's something that Alex also told me. And I see that energy. It's such a good feeling.
It is.
Yeah. I do. You know, it's so crazy you say that. I used to hate when people said that. Like before, they're like, oh, you know, basically like you think you're hot shit in your 20s and like you know it all and whatever. And then you come to your 30s and you just, you start cutting people off. You don't give a fuck what people say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? You're in such a different headspace, which I fully feel like, my whole chest, I fully feel like I hit when I hit 30, especially because I'm turning 32. This December, my bad, sorry. I'm turning 32 this December, and I feel like for sure, like I graduated college like right 29ish, I think 29, about to be 30. And even with that, I was just like, okay, shoot, getting a job and like, okay, cool, like making money, and I'm still like living at home and like whatever. And I was trying to do the things that I was already doing in my 20s, like living at home and like being able to just like stay there and whatever with obviously with my parents who, I mean, I wasn't having like the best time with at the time. You know what I mean? Obviously like that living situation was like really like tense, but accepting I'm like, hey, I'm moving out. Like I'm obviously I moved in with family, but that's beside the point. I'm like moving out. I'm moving out of state. You know what I mean? Like you basically like we do not have physical access to each other all the time anymore. You know what I mean? But explaining to my dad at the time, like, I'm doing this for me. And I'm like, I'm doing it for my mental health. And I'm like, and I remember verbatim told my dad, I am not happy. And I feel like the longer I stay here, I'm going to start to resent it. And I'm like, I need to go and be happy somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's just, I have to do that for me. And I'm glad that he understood, you know, obviously, because you guys have met my dad. Super on board. And then now obviously going into my 30s and clearly like being with Emilio and stuff, I wish somebody would fucking say some shit to me. I feel like that part of, I'm in that same space too. Like I feel like I've gone through what I called the room, right? I was like, I went through that dark time and I was like, girl, it was a dark time when Emilio met me. And I came out the other side and I feel like because of all the work I've done, I get to be in that place of like blessings and I get to be living kind of like that soft-ish girl era now. That I'm like, I genuinely don't, like, if I don't fuck with you, I just don't fuck with you. Like, don't be in my face. I don't want you around. I mean, and it's not even just me. And we've talked about it. Even if you do that to like my friends, my family, anybody I care about or if I love and you're disrespecting them, I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's part of like what, you know, empowers me, I guess, where I found my voice is literally being there for other people who aren't in the space that I'm in yet. You know what I mean? Who are still people pleasing and are still like accepting the BS of other people because they feel like they have to. And I'm just like, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
Clearly, like, I understand you're not there yet, but fuck it, I'm there. Yeah. And I will help you get there. I don't have time to watch people be disrespected. I don't have time to allow someone, like knowingly, allow someone to berate someone else, to manipulate them, to make them feel small. Like, I have no space for that in my life.
Yep.
So, and you have me all the way messed up if you think that just because I, like, don't, like, let's say, we know who I'm talking about. If I don't know you guys on, like, a personal thing, or I'm not related to you, whatever, but I know you through someone else, right? I know your situation. I will help you out of that situation. Like, we don't have to be best friends. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, you're just a woman in general. And I feel like there's not enough of that camaraderie and that girlness, you know what I mean? Where other people are like, oh, well, you know, you kind of just got to put up with it. That's your significant other, or that's, you know, that's your family and blah, blah, blah. Like, that's just the way it is. For fucking who?
Nope.
Because like you said, I was like, I got scissors as hands too now. Like, I feel like that's what you get when you come out that box.
Yeah.
That I genuinely, I wish somebody would say some shit to me.
Same.
About like, what are you going to tell me to bring me down of protecting another woman?
Yeah.
Where? Because I could take that all day because I'm at that point in my life. So being that shield and being that, I guess, like that protector for other people.
The girl's girl.
The girl's girl.
Girl's girl.
Fact. That's what a girl's girl is.
Yeah.
And it's like, like I said, I'm blessed to be in the space that I'm in now, but it's not because I didn't work for it.
Yep.
Like I've been there, I've taken the BS and I've seen what that does to you and the mental state it puts you in.
Preach.
So I completely will not allow another woman to be in that space in my presence at all.
And I think that just goes to show, like, when you do the work, when you actually, you know, figure out who's for you, who's not for you, when you create this space and you protect the space and, you know, you start romanticizing your life and you start doing all these other things, that's something that you want to do for other women or even other men. Because I feel like now it has to be both, because women can be just as toxic towards men as men are towards women. But I feel like when you get to that point, and we'll speak to the women right now, don't think when other women are trying to help you or give you advice or trying to like be that healthy outlet for you that we're trying to be another men ain't shit, divorce him, leave him. It's because we know what it feels like to be in your shoes. Even if we're not in the exact situation, we now know what healthy looks like. We want you over here too. And more people need to be that for each other. And the same thing goes for men. There are a lot of healthy men, you know, Alex and Emilio, who create space for each other to allow them to speak about mental health, to support the wild, crazy idea that you have, right? Even when your spouse doesn't, or your friends or your family, whoever don't. More men need to step up into that space too. Because
agreed.
I mean, we could talk about the world dynamic and how crazy it is. And I think the more that we really do have those people that we can go to, I think the easier that it will be to manage what's going on in life. But I mean, literally, when we say that, it's not that we're coming from the negative side. We say that because we want you to just be as empowered as we feel right now.
Yeah.
To be able to speak about like what we've been through and, you know, create a podcast.
I mean, clearly
about it. Yeah. So, speaking of romanticizing your life, being a girl's girl, the whole thing, we have been dropping for I don't know how long.
Oh, yes.
Something that we have been working on behind the scenes. So we actually met up with a Las Vegas local candle company, who, by the way, who, by the way, was on the Las Vegas Queer Eye. So if you watch Queer Eye on Netflix, she was on it. Her name is Nikki. She's the owner of Carpe Noctem Candle.
Yes.
When you search for them, it's Las Vegas because they also have another location. Yes. But we actually met up with her, talked to her to where now we are creating our own candle. So we're collabing with her. As you can see, we're very excited for it. It's been something that we talked about earlier, but life happened to all three of us. So we kind of had to put it on pause. She's extremely gracious and is still willing to work with us. So over the next couple episodes, month or two, we're still figuring out the details. You'll see exactly what the collab is going to look like when it comes to creating our own candle. And you know, if you are in Las Vegas, please go check her out. Like literally, she's the sweetest person ever. Super smart, super down to earth. Like her candle shop.
It's like literally hope.
Yeah. Her whole aesthetic is like the whole shop aesthetic is hope.
Yeah.
That's literally what it is.
Literally hope.
But yeah, she's literally the sweetest person. I believe they're closed Monday and Tuesday. So they're only open Wednesday through Sunday.
Yes.
They even have a pour your own candle. You can also make your own candle.
Yeah.
Like literally, she's amazing. Her whole business idea, like I'm obsessed with it.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah. So we actually are gonna have an episode with her, so she can actually talk more about her business. Yeah. And you guys can actually meet her, and you know she gets to introduce herself to the pod. But yeah, so stay tuned for all of that. That literally will be coming out within the next month or two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, sorry, go ahead.
And then we're also going to do a launch party too.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So in addition, obviously, to the launch party, the candle, we're taking you guys along the ride with us, kind of through the whole process of everything. Obviously, like, well, that's the details that Hope is saying that we're working out right now.
Yeah.
But we are like, we're pouring these candles ourselves.
Yeah, we're literally making them ourselves.
Yeah, we're pouring the candles ourselves. We're creating the name ourselves. The image that's going to be on the candle, like all of that is literally from us along with Nikki. So yeah, like literally this is gonna be our basically our child.
Our child.
For like the rest of this season. That's basically what you guys are gonna see us doing in the background. So
yeah. And that's what we were talking about when it comes to like us building a podcast and an, a group and an environment to where we want to do stuff like this with Las Vegas local companies.
Yes.
That's important to us. And she was one of the people that actually reached out to us and was like super excited to meet us. So I feel so grateful and blessed to be able to like, for her to like allow us like into that. Cause we're still a baby podcast.
Oh yeah.
Like we're not huge, and to have somebody like basically like let us roll the dice
Someone
with her.
who was on Queer Eye?
Yeah. Literally, if you go check it out.
Yeah.
She got to meet Anthony. He's my favorite.
If we can find the episode, because I know she told us what episode it is.
Yeah.
If we can find it, we'll also include it somewhere here so you guys can watch that episode.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, look out for all those details over the next couple weeks, couple months. You'll also get to see the launch party, obviously, but it's going to be a private event for family and friends. But we're really excited. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah.
And staying this long and hearing our great news and excitement that,
we've been waiting to tell you guys.
But yeah, I would tell Hope to send us off, but we're having testicular difficulties right now.
Testicular difficulties.
But I guess that just means we'll see you guys next time.
We'll see you guys next time. And thank you guys for the support and watching. And we love y'all.
Thanks,
Don't forget
guys.
to like
Bye.
and subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.